Welcome back to Sweetwater Acres, guys. Boone here. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the older videos from our other channel we're posting. Hope you're enjoying them. They're from last year. I'll trying to label them for you guys. But the video I should have just posted before this one is how we winterized our coop last year. And as you can see, we put a lot of plastic up, put some tarps. We used cheap 1x3 boards to kind of hold that plastic together. And I kind of showed you how that worked. Worked decently well. The tarps obviously worked and held up a lot better than the plastic did. I was really going for that greenhouse effect with the plastic. I don't think I really got that for long. The first high wind storm we had just ripped that plastic to shreds. But this year we are getting ready to winterize it again. And the more I kind of research winterizing chicken coops and getting chickens ready for winter, the less is more, is what I've kind of concluded. Definitely no heat lamps, none of that stuff, because your chickens need to be able to kind of get accustomed to the cold. You want hardy chickens that can make it through the winter. You don't want their bodies, going into a coop where it's nice and warm and they think, oh, it's summertime, and then they go outside, an hour later and it's below freezing, in the 10s, 20s, and 30s, 30-degree temps. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put a windbreak up around, I don't know if you can see, our dogs are going nuts playing, but we are going to put up a little windbreak around the bottom west and north side of this run, and I'll take you in there in a second. But what we're going to do is we actually, if you can see, we re-tinned our shop last summer. And we have a bunch of old tin way over there. Again, can't tell if you're looking at it or not, but there's a pile of old tin over there. Let me make sure the camera, I might just walk over there and show you. But there's a pile of old tin over here. There's Sunny, one of our 800 tomcats around here. There's a pile of old tin, and that's what we are going to use to put around the bottom of our run, just for more of a windbreak. It's actually really cold. It just dropped off. We were kind of nice in the 40s and 50s, and now today and tomorrow, and I think Sunday too, is supposed to be very, very cold. We're supposed to get like 1.5 feet of snow tomorrow, supposedly, is what they're calling for. So I need to get this done quick, and I'm gonna see if this really affects them at all, or if I need to go back to the tarps. But usually how Iowa weather goes, here our rooster's crowing. Yeah, they're all out in the pasture. But usually how Iowa weather goes is it's going to get brutally cold for about a week, dump about 1.5 feet of snow on you, and then the next week it'll be back up in the 40s and 50s, and it just kind of ebbs and flows like that. So hopefully this is just the first run of our cold weather and the snow, and it's not going to be consistent throughout the winter. So I can get a good idea. This should be a really good measurement of how well this windbreak kind of works in the coop. So let me get all of the metal drug over here and start putting it up, and I'll go over a little bit more about why I'm doing this. What are you guys doing? All right, guys, so as you can see, we got our metal pulled over. It's just old metal that was on top of our shop. See all the old nail holes and places where they had to put the crowbar in and pry them out. So it's not rust, you can tell where it overlapped, and there's a part that was exposed. So it's not the most pretty of corrugated tin, but I kind of like the character. We've got a bunch of it. I might do some other projects around here with it. But this is going to go on the coop here, or on the run, and these are about 2 foot to in height, depending on how you look at it, but 2'2" across, 2'2". So I'm going to put it along the west and then along the north side, because that's usually where your winter systems come from, or the north and the west. You're going to get a lot of northwest or west winds, so it'll kind of block a lot of that from getting in there. This is only 6 foot on this side, 8 foot on the other side, so I'm kind of hoping that this blocks a lot of it from going in there. I know there's still obviously 4 feet of openness there, but as long as I think we can block the bottom, block the feeders, should help out quite a bit. And we'll see after the system tomorrow how much snow actually gets in there, and I'll hopefully be able to record that for you guys. See if I need to just put tarps back up, maybe put, I think I have enough tin to actually go up another 4 feet, probably get me to that cross beam there, which might actually be perfect. I don't know if I'd like that all year in the summer, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the 2'2" looks along the bottom and go from there. But yeah, that's kind of why I'm thinking this, is just because all that wind's going to be coming in and blocking them. And I've noticed too, if there's high winds coming through here, that none of the chickens are out in the run. They're always in the coop, and that just makes more mess when you have 24 chickens in a 10 by 14 coop and they're just pooping in there all day because they don't want to go out and stand in the wind. So let's see if this helps at all. Farm cats, man, I tell you what, there's something else. And of course, battery's dead. I probably need to upgrade tools from when we lived in the big town or big city. We moved to a big city right after college, and we just had a small little tiny house. There wasn't a need to spend a whole lot of money on big DeWalt Milwaukee tools because they were just small projects around the house. I bought a cheap Black & Decker set, and they've been doing fine ever since. But out here on the farm, you need some heavy duty tools, so it's about that time. Don't make fun of me, guys. I should have brought a weed eater out here first and got rid of all the tall grass we have up here. Probably help a little bit. So far, it looks pretty good, I think. Be a good wind block. Actually help with predators too. Predators won't be able to look in and see. The only thing I am kind of worried about is there's going to be a space back here for leaves and other debris to pile up. But I don't know. We'll see how it works. Maybe if I put that other one up here, I'll stop it right here. That way I can screw it into this and keep all the debris from getting back in there. That might be what I do, actually, now that I think about it. But we'll put up this first layer, like I said, see how it goes. right, so there you go. That's what it looks like. I'll take you inside quick. I think it'll work out really well. I got that side a little bit high. I'll go back and take the screws out, lower it down. But no, look at that. I think that's gonna be perfect. And I am really contemplating now just running that top one right to that board. They'll still have enough light coming through all year round for the most part. All year round light, have a airflow in here, block all the winds from the west and the north. During the summer, our winds can kind of vary depending on what the storm system, but usually in the winter it's north and west, which would be good for this. Block it all out, and that's something I can leave up all year round and not have to mess with it and worry about it like this. You know, where, oh shoot, we're supposed to get 14 to 15 inches of snow tomorrow. What am I doing? Something a little easier to leave up all year, maintenance free for the most part. It's the best thing for homesteads. So we'll see. I'll see if I'll do that tonight still, or today, or if I just call it quits at this and see how it goes. But yeah, hope you're enjoying all those videos, guys. We'll keep posting. Myself a few left in the queue, but that's how we winterize our chicken coop. All we add, like I said, last year we put plastic around everything in here. We plasticed everything with that see-through, kind of like that greenhouse plastic, because we wanted to get that greenhouse effect. It worked really well for like 2 weeks until we had a really big windstorm, and then that wind just ripped apart all of that plastic. Now I'm really liking this tin. I think if I take it up there to that 2 foot mark, I can leave that up all year round, and that's going to be very beneficial for them. They get a lot of light from the east in the mornings. Obviously that's an 8 foot ceiling there. It goes from 8 foot down to 6 feet. But yeah, they'll have a lot of light coming in still. Obviously airflow all the way around the top 2 foot section, and then obviously that section too there. So I think that might be what I do. Trying to decide if I want to drag up more sheets of tin to do that right now by myself, or if that'll be something I can do by myself, or if I need to wait for someone to get here to help out. But alright guys, we are back at the coop. It's been a few days. As you can tell, we got the snow. We finally have a day with some sunlight though, so that's nice. It's not just cold and windy and snowy. But we're going to check out to see how the coop did, how the tin on the north and west side of the run did. And yes, I am laughing because it did not work out so well. You know, we usually get all of our wind and storms from the north and the west in the winter. This storm changed and came in from the east, so the side that I didn't put anything on, go figure. So we had a lot of snow. I was able to come in here and kick up a lot of it, put some fresh hay down from some old hay bales that were going bad, so they could actually get out here and get to their food. Water is absolutely frozen. I put water inside there, but they can get to their grit. Probably should put a little bit more over there, but yeah, they've been starting to tear this up. It's starting to melt. The ducks love it. The ducks are actually out here way more than the rest of the girls and the roosters. But I think I am going to put the tin up another 2 feet, get it up to this bar, especially that way nothing, you know, it'll keep leaves and snow from getting in between the mesh, the wire mesh, and the tin. And then I think I am going to continue steel around this side as well. Probably leave the door open, just because I want them to be able to see out as much as they can too. They can see the dogs running around. Kind of helps familiarize them with things going on outside, you know, mowers, other equipment going on out here, animals, things like that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna it'll probably be another video, but bring the tin up to here, still let light and air in up top, keep air circulating and venting through here. I'll probably do that all the way from the north and west sides again, and then just do the 2 foot. And I'll probably put this tin on the inside here, not on the outside. I'll run it. Hopefully I can snake it between this T-post here. Maybe I won't be able to with that one. We'll see what I have to do. But yeah, I'll probably complete the tin all the way around, this coop. And I just want to preference, be specific. This tin is not to keep all the snow out and all the elements out. It's to keep a vast majority of them out. I went through last year, as you saw in that video. I went through last year in the video I just posted, you know, tarping up every single inch of this run, putting plastic on to try to keep the heat in. And with the wind and the elements, it just absolutely destroyed the plastic. The tarps, you know, started to rip in places. They started coming apart in some other places. The tarps helped more than the plastic did, I will say that. If I had to, really wanted to block the elements, I would use tarps instead of the plastic. But this tin is literally just keep probably 80% of it out. You know, these chickens are pretty hardy. I like to raise them hardy. So as you can tell, they don't mind it too much. A little snow, a little bit of the elements is not going to hurt them. It's probably actually really good for them, and I'll go over that more in the next video. So I'm not looking to get it all out, keep all of the elements out, all of the snow, all of the wind, but I want to keep a good majority of it out, and I think this tin is going to do that. But so that's, I mean, I think if we did get a north wind or a west wind, it would have blocked a lot of the snow actually from getting in. So I do think that it will work. It was just the first storm changed tactics on us and came in from the east. The wind was from the east, and pretty much everything drifted right into this coop instead of stopping, you know, outside. But we're getting it. The girls are finally out here. It's sunny, warming up, and it is a better day. It's going to be brutally cold here coming up. Can't remember if in the next day or two the temps are really going to drop, and then they'll come back up to somewhat reasonable. But so that'll be a couple days we have to get these girls through. But yeah, so it kind of worked. I'll say it was a good idea. I should have just kept going all the way around it. I think it would have been a lot better in here. Would have blocked a lot of that snow. But just wanted to give you guys an update. They're all coming out here now, see what's going on. But we'll see you on the next video. I'll probably do another video on, 1, putting up the rest of the tin, and 2, what I do in the winter to help the girls keep laying, and what I did wrong this year. Actually, I delayed it a little too much, but that'll be in the next video. Thanks for following along, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.